On Saturday, this is what Rick Santorum had to say about President Obama. Listen.
It's not about your jobs. It's about some phony ideal, some phony theology. Oh, not a theology based on the Bible, a different theology, but no less a theology.
What's that mean? It's not a theology. He's talking about President Obama, not about jobs. It's about a phony ideal, not a theology based on the Bible, a different theology. What do you mean?
Right. Well, I mean, I think Rick has been very clear and probably the only candidate in this race who has actually defended the president's Christianity and his own personal beliefs. What Rick was talking about was the president's ideology has turned into a theology of sorts, and he was talking about, you didn't play the clip before that, talking about the energy crisis in this country, skyrocketing gas prices across the nation. People are upset and people are angry. But what drives that is a refusal by this president to adequately address energy problems, and instead focusing on green energy.
Right, but what he said was, I hear you. We didn't. All right, I'm just going to stop you so we can just run over this last part because I really want to understand this. But he said the words he actually used were not a theology based on the Bible. He's not saying not a theology based on what's happening at the gas pump. He said not a theology based on the Bible. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I think he was pretty clear on that. I mean, he went on several Sunday shows afterwards, and of course he's talked about that in subsequent interviews, and there were rewrites and write-throughs of all the stories across the country as related to that. He wasn't questioning the president's personal beliefs. I mean, he can separate the president's personal beliefs with his public policy, and that's what he was talking about, was that theology and that ideology has as it relates to energy is not good for the country. And I mean, I don't think anyone can argue that, seeing the increase in gas prices and the crippling effect that has on families across this nation. And that's what he was talking about. And you saw in the crowd, the people in the crowd got it. The journalists were the one that were confused. The crowd got it. They applauded.
Yeah, well, our job is to ask the questions again and again. No, I hear you.
The president. No, he's willing to take on the president one-on-one, and he's not going to shy away from that battle. And I think that's what people want, someone that can fight for them and articulate how they're feeling with a president who has taken this ideology to the extreme and succumbed to the environmental extremists.
Before we run out of time, I want to ask you